Hi, I'm David Flynt, down here in the editing suites with Ethan Feuer and David Ogburn, and we'll give you our picks for Midseason NFL awards. I'm going with Amari Cooper for Offensive Rookie of the Year at midseason. Cooper's 15th in the league with 653 receiving yards, and the top rookie in this category. He has 45 catches, one more than Rob Gronkowski, and only 3 behind Calvin Johnson. He's averaging almost 15 yards per catch, on par with many of the league's top receivers. With 4 touchdowns and 9 catches of over 20 yards, it's hard to argue against these kinds of numbers for anyone, let alone a rookie playing for the recent perennial losers known as the Oakland Raiders. However, with Derek Carr coming into his own at quarterback, and the first culture-changing coach in Oakland in over a dozen years in Jack Del Rio, Amari Cooper is a driving force in making the Raiders relevant again. Let's go to David for Offensive Player of the Year.
This is David Ogburn here with the 2015-2016 Offensive Player of the Year. The Falcons have been a new and revamped team this year, turning their disappointing 6-10 record from 2014 into a 6-3 start, trailing only the undefeated Carolina Panthers in the NFC South. This is in large part thanks to a career year from Julio Jones. The 26-year-old wide receiver is having the best receiving season of his career and one of the best in history. Jones has 1,029 receiving yards through 9 games this season, an average of 114 yards per game. In a 16-game season, that puts him on pace to record the second best season ever by a wide receiver, only trailing Calvin Johnson's historic 2012 season. This year, Julio has also scored 6 receiving touchdowns and has a return touchdown, giving him 7 total touchdowns on the year. If he keeps up his pace, he will receive 13 touchdowns, 8 more than Calvin Johnson put up in that 2012 season. Julio Jones is putting up one of the best seasons ever in terms of receiving yards and is racking up his fair share of touchdowns in the process. The Atlanta Falcons must be happy that his $71.25 million payday is becoming well worth the price, and that the young star is playing such a large role in their comeback year. He even may, in fact, be the best receiver in the NFL already. And now to Ethan with our midseason MVP.
This is Ethan Feuer, and for the 2015 NFL midseason prediction, the clear-cut MVP wears number 12 and does not wear green and yellow. Yes, Tom Brady will take home his 3rd MVP trophy to his supermodel wife at the age of 38. Timeless Tom continues to defy regression, aging quarterbacks tend to show. And what is even more impressive is that he is arguably having the best season of his career. It is true he is on pace to throw for almost 5,500 yards, and it is true he has already thrown for 22 touchdowns with only 2 picks halfway through the season. But in Tom's mind, that means nothing. The only 2 things on Brady's mind is his team's 8-0 record and that Super Bowl ring he could display next to his other 4. That is why Tom Brady is the most valuable player in this league. He's a winner. He makes average receivers rack up 1,000-yard seasons and makes defenses look silly. And because of that, the Pats rank number 1 in offensive efficiency. Also, Brady never let Deflategate distract him, but only used it as motivation to prove that he is undeniably the best. Lastly, Tom Brady and his Pats head into the second half of the season atop the AFC and play teams with a combined record of 33-32. Brady faces the Giants next week, who have the 2nd worst pass defense in the NFL. Look for terrific Tom to show off his MVP arm. That's all the time we have here, and for our NFL midseason predictions. Thanks for tuning in.